Welcome back. Are you ready to report your inner distractions? Okay, everybody, all of us, we all have these inner distractions coming through our mind every day. Don't tell me you don't. Okay? It's human. And these keep us safe. Well, 70,000 generations ago, it was a way for us to stay safe and alive. Now, not so much, especially if we let these inner distractions rule our lives. So remember, when that thought comes up, your brain releases those neurotransmitters. Those neurotransmitters, we can either choose to accept or we can let them go. We can fight them and push, and that way they stay, or we can just non-grasping, let it go. Okay, so remember, our distractions are anger, greed, sloth, worry, and doubt. Your challenge today was, or for today, was to choose one of these that keeps happening to you. And when did it happen lately in the last 2 days? Give me your email address so I can obviously send you the responses. And and put your name in there. I'm going to use a different name if you don't want others to do it. And this time we're just seeing which distraction. And 1 is the minimum, 10 is the worst. Remember, your distraction or your challenge was to find a distraction. And what was it that happened, and naming it. Then step number 2 is, what was that primitive impulse, and that primitive brain impulse? I mean, how bad was it? Then really, seriously, how bad really is it? Okay? Imagine you're in a stadium in life and you're down on the field, you're playing the game, and each one of these thoughts is one person in the stadium. You had 70,000 or 100,000 people in that stadium, and one little thought is that little distraction. How many other people are out there? How many other thoughts are you going to have in your life? Remember, that thought isn't you. It's just something you're thinking right now. So ask yourself, really, how bad is it? And then compare to all of those other people in that stadium, all of those other thoughts. How bad really is it? Then, what can I do to find an opportunity with equal or greater benefit? Remember, that primitive brain thinks that it's the worst thing ever. But the most successful people have trained, have practiced. Okay, this is not easy. It's difficult to do. And they compare it. They look for, anytime they have an adversity, they look for an opportunity with equal or better benefit. So go ahead and input yours. We all have these every day. So don't tell me you don't. The key is, don't start letting it, don't label it as my, because then you start becoming that. And it's just not true. It's just a thought. Now, the 3-step benefit process, okay, and making so you can change the way you think about something in the past and go forth. So what is the past? How could this have been making it different? And what would have been the benefit? So you can let go of the past. You didn't have the skill, so you don't have to kick yourself around. Now, go forth with the confidence that you know what you're going to do. Because in the future, you now have the tools to just quickly write it and let it go. All right, so answer these questions. In the next session, we will work on anger. And if you would, please tell me something that from this distinction exercise that was helpful for you. I mentioned this before, but just wanted to repeat it just to make sure you gave it to me. Thanks a lot, and submit. We'll see you in the next session with anger. Because in this section, just to conclude, we talked about which of the 5 inner distractions is one that keeps coming up for you, and how to rate it, take away the power of that primitive brain and put it more into a logical brain. Then we have the before or the past and future exercise to say, we could have used this in the past and it would have helped, but we didn't know. Now we know. So when we use it in the future to help us. Thanks a lot, and we will see you in the next one. So remember, Name those inner distractions. Take away their power. Be free.